Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back to the world of home automation with me, your host Paul Hibbert, and welcome to this shiny little bugger. This is a Broadlink S1. If you're familiar with my work, you may have already purchased yourself a Broadlink RM Pro, which controls things like your lights and your TV and that sort of thing. This is a home alarm system by the same people, but it also serves another purpose. You can have it sense motion in your home, or have it sense a door being opened or closed, and then you can trigger anything from your Broadlink RM Pro's list. So you could get it to switch your lights on as you walk through the door and switch your lights off as you walk out of the door. Pretty cool stuff. This is the Broadlink S1. This is basically like a home alarm system, so it's motion sensing and all those good things. I've gone way too fast, haven't I? Way too quickly. I'm going to tease you first. Got to tease you with a box. So this has got in it a PIR motion sensor, some sort of wireless transmitter thing, your typical door frame magnetic sensors, and some sort of remote key by the looks of it, and then the rest of it is in way too much Chinese or Mandarin or whatever that is for me to understand. So I'm going to use this as a home alarm system, I think, because it looks like it's awesome. I'm probably going to connect the magnetic thingies to my door frame in my music room so I can protect all my music stuff and cameras and all that business. I'm not talking about these things as I open them. I'm not even fully opening them. What an unboxer, eh? Rubbish at unboxing. That's weird, but awesome. I like it. Cool. I look forward to figuring out what the heck I'm supposed to do with that. That is one half of So that'll be the door frame magnetic thingy. The door will open and we'll know that the door is open. So this could be cool for anybody who has elderly parents and you want to keep an eye on them and make sure that they've remembered to lock their house up and that sort of thing. If they're in like a care home and you want to make sure the door's closed, you could attach those to the door frame, I guess. That is a severely Chinese looking adapter. So I'm going to have to probably get an adapter for that to connect it to. A reset button on it. Let's see how shiny it is when we remove the protective film. Get off! Very shiny. If you've ever watched my channel before, you'll know how much I like shiny things and how much I love removing protective film. I'm just weird like that. That is the PIR sensor. That is cool. Very light. I expected it to be heavier than that for some reason. I guess I thought there was technology in it that would be heavy, but there is not. It is super light. So I'm guessing these sticky pads are for, they're for those things. So you can stick those to your door frame rather than screw them if you'd prefer. Some screws if you're a screwy person, which I am. I like to screw things. And then that, I think, that connects onto that. So you can angle it. Oh, excellent. I have one of these, so I don't need to go out and buy one. That, ladies and gentlemen, is a very empty, very brown and plastic looking box. I'm guessing this is marketed more towards businesses and those sorts of things rather than the home products like I've been reviewing more recently. I don't know what I'm doing the box up. That's the unboxing done. Let's install this in my house and see what happens. Okay, so I've plugged the S1 plug socket in. I've connected these door strips to my door. You can see they glow red when they're opened. And I've connected the motion sensor up there. So now it's time to link the software. And I already have the eControl app installed on my phone because I've been using it for years now to control light switches and plug sockets around the house using their Broadlink RM Pro. So this is by the same people and we use the same application. So if I go to add a device this time, and I'm going to press the configure button, it should go searching on the Wi-Fi network for new devices that Broadlink recognizes. So it should recognize the plug socket device that is being used to transmit and receive messages from all of the sensors. And you can see it's found the alarm kit there. That's awesome. So I'm going to click on that. So I now need to add the sensors, and this is where it becomes a little bit ingenious. All you got to do is press this plus button here, and then scan the QR code for the door sensor, and then scan the QR code for the motion sensor, and scan the QR code for key fob. So it's already detected the key fob, and the key fob is now synchronized with this device. You can name it whatever you want. Pocket button, if you're a weirdo. Key fob should be fine. And then we can just add them one at a time. So I'm going to press the little cog in the top right and then go add sensor. And then scan the next QR code. Door sensor, okay. I get the option to part arm it there. That is something to do with whether or not pressing part arm switches this device on or not. I'm going to leave it blank for now. Hit next, and then you can put in things like names and zones and all those cool things. I'm going to say it's attached to a door. I don't think it matters. It's basically just sensing whether the two parts to it are linked together, whether they're touching. So that's the door sensor added, and finally I'm going to add the motion sensor. Again, you can type in zones and those sorts of things. This would be if you had more than one sensor, you would want to identify which sensor had been triggered. Awesome, so I have a wall motion sensor, a door sensor, and a key fob. So I'm going to close the music room door now and see whether that makes anything happen. It already thought the door was closed, so that hasn't done anything. So I'm going to open the door now. Awesome, it works. So I heard it beep. I think you can turn the beep off if you didn't want the beep to be on. I guess the first thing people are going to worry about is, well, what if the burglar just pulls the plug out the wall? It'll be too late by then. You will have been notified that someone was moving around in your premises. So it doesn't matter if they unplug it really, but if you wanted to, you could house this anywhere that the Wi-Fi will reach, where it's going to be harder for a burglar to get to. You could even put it behind the camera so that they have to go right up to the camera to unplug the sensor. That's probably what I'm going to do with it. And they'll hear it beeping, and hopefully it'll attract their attention, and they'll go straight up to the camera to get a nice close-up shot of their face, thinking that they can just steal the camera, when in fact my camera will be transmitting the images to an external location anyway. Cool, let's go walk in front of the motion sensor and see what that does. And you can see it says person detected, so it has detected a person. If you click on any of these things, it will show you the history of that device. So you can see there's quite a bit of history there because I've been practicing with it earlier before I started making this video. And you can see a person was detected at 13:19, so 19 minutes past 1 and 30 seconds. And in a moment, it will go back to no person detected. And that's helpful because it means that we can automate things off the back of this. So every time the motion detector senses motion, we could have it switch all the lights on. And then when it goes back to no person detected, we can have it switch all the lights off. And I'll show you how to do that in just a moment. And what we can do from here is if you press the little settings button here, you can go to full arm. And I've now got a push message to tell me that the door sensor is opened. And that's because I've armed it with the door already open. I'll press OK to that. You can cancel the alarm just by pressing the little car. I don't know why it's a car, but it works. I'm going to close the door. So I've now closed the door, and if I now go to settings and then full arm again, and now when I open the door, it should trigger a push notification to my phone. There you go, push message. So if this app is closed, it will appear in your notifications window. I'll show you what that looks like. So if I'm just on my home screen and someone opens the door with the alarm on, you see I get a little Broadlink notification, attention, door sensor is opened. If I named this something else like music room door sensor, it would tell me that the music room door sensor has been opened. I can obviously use the key fob to do this as well, so I can use the key fob to turn the alarm on or off. Or I'm just going to disable it using the app there. And what it does is it puts this as a handy little alarm kit icon on your remote controls panel. So instead of clicking on any of your remotes, you click on the alarm kit to get to this menu where you can make alterations to the sensors, where you can enable the alarm or disable the alarm, and where you can add or delete sensors as well. So you could go and buy another kit and add those sensors to this panel, and then you would be able to control all of those sensors. So if I go to the settings button up here and go to interaction, here is where I can create tasks. So if you've already got a Broadlink RM Pro, you can have that trigger your lights on and off and things when these conditions are met. So if I go to sensor and say, the door sensor is opened, save that, and then go to action, and then music room. And these are remotes that I've already created in the past. So it just gives you access to your existing remotes. I'm going to say I want you to switch the music room on, save, save. And then what we'll do is we'll close the door. I'll switch the music room off. So all my lights have gone off, and I'm going to close the door now. And we heard the beep to say that it had been closed, and now I'm going to open the music room door and all my lights should come on. So I'm going to leave it to you to decide what you might be able to do with this device. The possibilities are pretty much endless. You can do things like tell it that if the alarm is on and I open the door, do this, and if the alarm is off and I open the door, don't do it, or do something else. I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you have, please give it a thumbs up. If you want to see some more of this guy, hit that subscribe button, and as usual, I'll see you next time.